Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today, because I'm only now back to one video a week for the next month, I thought I would do another festive video in the lead up to Christmas. So today I'm going to be doing the Christmas tag. I saw Cara doing this tag and I thought I would give it a go as well because, as I said, I just wanted to do another video this week in the lead up to Christmas and just to talk about some of my favourite things about Christmas and everything like that. She linked in her description to where she got the questions from, and there's actually two variations of this tag. She did variation 2 and I thought I would do variation 1, which is more questions but some really fun questions that I can't wait to answer. So I'll link to her video in the description, plus I'll link to where you can check out these questions as well if you feel like doing this tag over the weekend for Christmas. So let's go. Number 1, what is your favourite Christmas film? I actually did a video last week, the week before, talking about my favourite Christmas films. I think it was 7 of them, but I definitely think my all-time favourite Christmas film is Home Alone. I love the story of Home Alone. Macaulay Culkin, it was like the cutest kid in the world, and it's a movie that I watch religiously every single Christmas, and it's also one that I watch any time of the year. It's just a hilarious, feel-good film that is amazing. I love it so much, but definitely go check out that video if you want to know some of my other favorites as well. Have you ever had a white Christmas? No. I live in Australia. The whitest thing that is on Christmas is like the cream and the pavlova. It is usually 35 to like 42 degrees on Christmas, which is degrees Celsius, by the way, which is so hot, and like the sweat is usually pouring out of you. But yeah, I've never had a white Christmas, but I really would love to have one at some point in my life because I think it would just be so magical, and I just love to experience a white Christmas. I know, just in general, I'd love to experience a cold Christmas. Where do you usually spend your holiday? I actually have a blog post going up on Christmas Day talking about this, but for me and my family, and especially in more recent years, we just go literally 20 minutes down the road to have Christmas with my pop. Me and my parents, we will literally pack up our Christmas lunch, we'll take it there, we'll eat it with him, and then we'll usually visit my nan who is in a nursing home in the afternoon. So literally we just stick to home. We don't really travel anywhere, and then sort of a week later, me and my mum's extended family, so me and all my cousins and my aunts and uncles will get together and have our big Christmas. But that's really, again, 5 minutes into town where my aunt lives. We never really travel anywhere. The furthest I've ever traveled on Christmas Day was 2 hours to my other aunt and uncle's place. We had Christmas at their place one year, but other than that, we don't really go anywhere special for Christmas. I actually said this to my mum last year. I was like, you know what, next Christmas, let's just blow it off. Everyone does their own things for Christmas anyway. Let's just go to Echuca for the week and just hang out by the river and just veg out. We haven't done it this year, but I did say to her this year, I was like, we should do it next year. But yeah, I would kind of love to travel somewhere for Christmas, but because all my family lives close, we don't really need to travel anywhere. What is your favourite Christmas song? I did a blog post, I think last Friday, talking about my Christmas playlist for this year. I have a number of favourite songs I really love, but I think my all-time favourite has got to be Extraordinary Merry Christmas, which is sung by Leah Michelle and Darren Criss on Glee. It's the only time I've ever heard that song. I've never heard the original, and I've never heard anyone else sing it. It's definitely not an original song, but I just really love it because it's a really nice, festive, boppy song. But yeah, there's a ton of songs that I will listen to every year. Another favourite of mine, because it's really nostalgic for me, is High Fives, Santa Claus is Coming. It's just, again, another fun boppy song. But go check out that blog post. I'll link it. But definitely go check out that blog post. I'll link it below because it's definitely got some of my favourite songs that I listen to all the time. Do you open any presents on Christmas Eve? No. I kind of think it's a cool tradition for people who do have it, where you do actually open like one present on Christmas Eve, and then on Christmas Day you open the rest of them. I definitely would love to do that in the future when I have kids. I think that'd be just a really cool little tradition to have, but no, we definitely don't open Christmas presents on Christmas Eve. Can you name all of Santa's reindeer? Well, yes, of course I can. If you can't, I feel like that's wrong. the Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, and of course Rudolph. What holiday traditions are you looking forward to this year? I feel like one of my favourite traditions, and I've already done it once and we'll be doing it again, is sitting down with my mum and watching the Christmas carols on the TV. On Sunday last week it was the Woolworths Carols in the Domain, which is Sydney, which is always really fun to watch. I'm watching like all of some celebrity singing songs and everything like that. And then on Christmas Eve every single year there is the Vision Australia ones in the Sydney Myer Music Bowl in Melbourne. They're definitely my favourite, particularly because they are on Christmas Eve. It's just always great to sit down in front of the TV and just veg out for like 2 hours or something and watch Christmas carols and sing along. That's always really fun. A tradition I didn't get to do this year was go to our local Christmas carols because they were unfortunately not on this year, but that's always really fun to go again with my mum because my dad does not do Christmas carols. Go to our local park and just chill out for the evening with our little candles and everything like that. You know, watching and listening to all the local school kids sing and some of like the prominent local people singing Christmas carols. That's always really fun. Because I love everything about Christmas, like there are sort of like little traditions we have that are just sort of second nature for Christmas. I don't know, but they're definitely my favourite. Anything to do with Christmas carols are my favourite tradition. Is your Christmas tree real or fake? If you saw my Christmas tree decoration vlog, you will know that it is fake. I would definitely love at one point in my life to have a real tree, but they're just not like readily or widely available here in Australia. I did see someone comment on that video saying they are in Queensland, I think, and they have a place that sells real trees near them, but otherwise we sort of just don't really do that here. It's definitely, most people will have a fake tree. What is your all-time favourite holiday food or sweet treat? Definitely one of my favorites, and it's weird because I think we can buy it any time of the year, are those wafer sticks that are like the wafer sticky things with like chocolate or something on the inside of them. We always buy at least one massive tin every single Christmas, and we'll like, you know, snack on them all through, like pretty much from Christmas to New Year's kind of thing. It's definitely stuff you can buy all year round, but we literally only save it for Christmas. My favorite Christmas food has got to be the turkey. Christmas is really when we do eat turkey. I mean, you can get turkey any year round or any time of the year, all year round, but it's kind of expensive and it's just extra special when you only have it for Christmas. So I love a good roast turkey with like smothered in gravy, and then I love the leftovers on a nice turkey sandwich. Are you a pro present wrapper or do you fail miserably? I'm really good at wrapping presents if they're square or rectangular shape. Like they will look perfect. If like the more weirder the shape, or maybe even if there's just a bundle, like a lot of presents together so they all move at funny, you know, they all move kind of thing, like as the shape gets worse and more things are added to the one present, it just starts to get a little bit iffy. And I'm so jealous of my mum. She can wrap anything so well, or even if it's just an odd shape and it's not like perfect, she can still make it look good. If I do it, I have like paper everywhere that just sort of gets bent in funny places. Like, I'm not a pro, but I'm definitely not terrible. I'm sort of in the middle. What made you realize the truth about Santa? I honestly don't really know. I can tell you this though, my mum or my dad, mainly my mum, never like said Santa Claus isn't real. One year Santa just stopped coming. But there were moments that I don't remember like the exact moment when I thought Santa doesn't exist, but there were definitely little moments that maybe helped me realize. I don't know. One was my mum used to hide presents under her bed. Used to hide presents under their bed, and they have what's the word? They have like a cover over the bed that goes all the way down to the floor so she could put stuff under the bed. And I remember, I don't even know how it sort of happened, I was sort of sitting on the edge of the bed while my parents were talking, and I think I was sort of just flicking my feet underneath it when I was really little, and I sort of hooked onto something and pulled like my feet back out, and a hula hoop came out. I shot it back under the bed because I was like, okay, I don't want to, I thought, okay, it's for me for Christmas, like from them maybe, and I didn't want to like make them realize that I'd seen it. Not that my mum knows, I used to kind of look for my presents, and she used to hide them under her bed for quite a few years before she realized that maybe she found a better place, I don't know. And I was like, okay, cool. But then on Christmas Day, it was in my sack from Santa Claus. So, you know, that was obviously like a little telltale thing. Another time when I actually found something under her bed, she'd shoved all of these little presents into a pillowcase. And again, they were presents that ended up in my Santa sack. I remember there was one night we'd gone to bed. It wasn't even that late. I'd probably been lying in bed for about half an hour. And I wasn't even asleep. I don't remember why I wasn't asleep, but I was just lying there pretending to be asleep because I heard my mum get up and she came into my room, and I could tell she was filling my Santa sack. She went back to bed, and I'm pretty sure a couple of hours later, or maybe like really early in the morning, I like got up and looked through my Santa sack before like I went in to my mum and dad, because like usually it'd be I'd drag my Santa sack in when we're opening presents and I'd go through that. But yeah, and then as I said, like my mum never actually told me like Santa Claus does not exist. It just kind of, he stopped coming, because clearly she knew that I knew and she just didn't feel the need to tell me or anything. But yeah, just Santa Claus just stopped coming. I don't really remember, like I don't know the exact moment I realized he didn't exist, but there was just obviously little things that I was like, come on mum, who are you kidding? Like, of course you're Santa Claus. But yeah. And finally, what makes the holidays special for you? I think it's just the atmosphere of Christmas. Like, it's always just fun and festive, and because everyone's doing something for the holiday period, whether you're actually like religiously celebrating Christmas or you're just enjoying having time off work kind of thing, I just love the atmosphere. Everyone's, I mean, it's hectic, it's points, but everyone's just really excited to have time off, catch up with family and friends, you know, do the whole present thing, have a nice Christmas lunch. I just love the atmosphere of Christmas. It's definitely my favorite thing, and it's definitely what makes me the most excited for this time of year. So that was the Christmas tag. As I said, I will link below to where I got these questions from, and you can either pick variation 1 or variation 2. If you do have time before Christmas, I definitely recommend doing this video. Let me know if you do, or feel free just to answer some of the questions in the description below. So that is it before Christmas. I hope, as I said, I have a blog post going up on Christmas Day because it is still a Monday and I still wanted to get a blog post up. It's called Christmas Memories Then and Now. I think it's my favorite blog post I've put up so far this year. So please check it out at some point on Christmas or around Christmas. It's actually going up early in the morning as opposed to later in the day. But I hope you guys have a fantastic Christmas or just holiday period, no matter what you're doing this year. And I will see you guys next week with a non-festive video. That's sad. Christmas will be over by the time my next video goes up. But yeah, I'll see you guys then. Bye.